Hey everyone, it's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you guys my review and swatches of a brand new palette out on the market. And you guys probably already know, but this is a collaboration with a big YouTuber here, and her name is Shannon and her channel is Shaaanxo, and she did a collaboration with BH Cosmetics. So I was excited about this because she was one of the first YouTubers I found, like right around the time that I found Jaclyn Hill. I found her channel as well, and that was like 5 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I don't know. It was before I moved to where I moved now, which was like almost 3.5 years after college, and I know I had found them like a year or two before that. So like 3 or 5 years ago, I found her channel, and she was very similar to Jaclyn Hill in the sense like she does amazing, gorgeous tutorials, and so I tend to watch her channel for that, and she's funny and cute, and like her accent's just like icing on the cake. It's so cute when she says certain words, and so I love her channel, and she always does really fun tutorials. Like there's always a pop of color or something, which is why I put the bright pink lip on today, because to me, like when I think of Shannon, like the bright pink lip is what I think of. Like that's so her. So I went ahead and put on this color from her palette. So let me tell you a little bit about it first, because it's actually an 18 pan palette, which I didn't even realize when I purchased it. You can purchase it on bhcosmetics.com, their website, for $14.50 at the moment, which is currently on sale. It says it's going to be a retail value of $22. So I don't know how long the sale is lasting, if it's just like promotional right now while this is brand new. This did release maybe about a week ago, and right now as of this video it's still live. There's still tons available. It's not sold out, and it's still $14.50. So I will leave a link down below to where you can purchase it in case that pricing changes and stuff. But I didn't know it was actually an 18 pan palette. When I saw it, I was just like, whatever, like purchase. Like I didn't really read too much into it. I was like, well, I want it. So then I realized when I got my receipt, I was like, oh, 18 pans, but there's 9. So you get 9 eyeshadows on one side, and then you get 9 lipsticks on one side, and both have a mirror as well. So it's a really nice, sleek palette, super cute, just like pink. It kind of looks like clouds, like it's pink and white. Really cute. Just, it seems totally her style. So on one side, again, you do get a really nice size mirror, and then there are all the colors. They are gorgeous. I was really not expecting them to be this amazing when I got it, but they really truly are. And then on this side, you have the 9 different lipsticks, and there is the mirror as well. So I'm not going to swatch all the lipsticks. I will talk about them afterward, but I will swatch all of the eyeshadows. And right off the bat, I know a lot of feedback from people on Instagram and just people watching other, videos and people talking about this palette and the hyped upness of it. A lot of people are comparing it to like the Manny MUA palette or like Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I didn't compare it to the Manny palette because I don't really see it that much, but I could see how some of them may look like Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and so I compared them to the ones that I have in my collection, and nothing was an exact dupe and super duper close. The only one was this one that was somewhat close to the foiled eyeshadow Shima, but everything else was not exactly the same. So just throwing that out there. Let me know if you guys want some kind of comparison video. I don't really see that they're like similar that much, but if enough people like think they are, I could always do that. But in my mind, it's pretty different. So anyways, let's get to swatching them, because they actually have 1, 2, 3 matte shadows. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are foiled, and then this one's kind of like in between. It's matte. I'd say it's closer to a matte than it is a foiled, even though it has a little bit of shimmer in it. It's definitely not quite as foiled as the other ones. So you have 3 matte, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foiled, and this kind of random one. So those are the 9. So let me show you up close. So here is the palette up close. Gorgeous colors. You have a really nice cream matte shade, then you have like a foiled kind of white champagne color, and then right here you have a beautiful rose gold shade, and then right here we have a brown with a red undertone. In the middle we have a very bronzy foiled eyeshadow. You have kind of a yellowy orange matte shade right here. Then you have another kind of lighter brown shade. This one is a duochrome foiled eyeshadow, very similar to like Makeup Geek Havoc or Matte Club, even though they're all different when I swatch them. So it's like a duochrome with green, red, and brown. And this last one is kind of like a brownish black with a little bit of sparkles in it. So there are all the colors up close. So let me get to swatching them for you guys. So there are those first 3 shades in the palette right there. We have that light matte, then we have that beautiful foiled kind of white undertone eyeshadow, And then this one is a beautiful kind of rose gold shade. Really, really pretty. So there is the top 3 in the palette. So now moving on to the middle row, we have kind of that yellow mustardy shade. And then we have like a really pretty bronzy foiled eyeshadow. And then that last one is a matte brown with a red undertone. I don't have those Makeup Geek eyeshadows in my collection, but maybe the yellow would be close to Chickadee, and maybe that last one might be close to Cocoa Bear, but I still don't think they're exact dupes, even looking at them online. And that brown shade is just so beautiful, and that's one that's probably the most pigmented in the palette. Now on to that last row, you can see the one right here is this beautiful taupe color that has a little bit of a purple undertone to it. It's probably my second favorite in the palette. The one in the middle is that duochrome brownish red color depending in the light, and that's also one where depending on the base that you use, it will change the way it shows up on the eyelid. If you use a white base, a brown base, or a black base. And then that last shade is one where it's not exactly matte, but it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. So the bottom row is really, really pretty as well. Alright, so that was all the swatches of the beautiful palette. I will say they have a lot more shimmer shades than they do matte, but you do have quite a few mattes that you could use to make a lot of looks. The only thing I think they're missing in this palette is a really nice like light or mid-tone brown. Instead, you got kind of this orange pop of color, but that's just so indicative of Shannon of doing a pop of color with like a color like this. I think if they had put a light brown in here, everyone would be like, oh, it's kind of boring. There's no super duper fun color. And so this is the fun pop of color in it. I think this is a really nice color for your base or underneath the brow bone. That's another really great crease color, and this one's another great color for your outer V, your crease, or as a liner. So I really enjoy the colors in this palette. I think they're really beautiful. I think they're actually a really good quality for the price. I don't have any BH Cosmetics in my collection, so I'm excited to have a set from them, as well as the fact that it's a collaboration with a YouTuber that I have enjoyed watching. And so this is a really pretty palette, and I'm really impressed with the eyeshadows. I think they last a long time. I think they perform pretty well without an eyeshadow primer, but like anything else, I pretty much think like they work way, way, way better with an eyeshadow primer. They're just gonna last longer. They apply a lot more evenly, and I just like the way that they pop. Like when you wear an eye primer, the colors like are really way more vibrant than if you didn't wear an eye primer. So those are all the shadows. Now let me show you the 9 color lipsticks. They are so pretty and so indicative of her. Again, like such fun pops of color that I think of Shannon. Like here you have a light pink, here you have kind of like a really bright corally pink, then you have an orange, then you have a mauve color, you have kind of an orchid purple, you have the hot pink, like Barbie pink like I have on right now, then you have a very light nude, you have like a cranberry red color, and then you have a really dark kind of really, really dark raspberry color. And so all these are really pretty. Now I will say the actual quality of the lipsticks pans themselves are quite different. If you can tell, like I've dug my hand into there on accident, and it's so, like, I don't know what the word is. It moves around so easily. Like, it's definitely not sitting in the pan really hard. Like, I accidentally moved it around too much. Same with this, like, cherry red shade. If you can see, you can actually see the pan underneath. This is probably the weirdest one in there. It literally feels like jelly. Because when I went to go swatch these, because they apply with my finger probably the best, except for a few of them, I was not expecting this one to like go all the way down to the pan. So some of them are different than others. Like pretty much this one, and this one are very, very soft, and like you could accidentally hit all the way to the pan and get like squish everything around really easily, whereas the other ones, like I can really touch it and it be fine. And I would say also that this one, and this one apply more likely like a lip balm or a lip stain, where they're not super duper opaque. They do stain your lips, you are going to get some color, but you can still kind of see underneath. Now I will give those ones credit that I just said aren't super opaque. They build really well and they mix really well. I've mixed this color right here and this color. These two up here are beautiful. I've mixed these two down here are beautiful. These ones are beautiful, and then these two are beautiful. Now this shade, and this shade apply much more like a typical lipstick. I applied it right here. It applies really well with the lip brush, and so I love the quality of these bottom 3 right here. I think they perform much more like what you would expect out of a lipstick. The other ones are not quite as opaque and perform more like a lip balm. I still like them. They still give you a little bit of sheer color, but not the same quality as these ones down here. So just know that they vary. I don't want to start swatching them because I don't think they swatch as well on the hand as they do on the lips. So if you guys, I don't want to make this video too long, so if you want a separate video with actual lip swatches of all the colors, let me know and I can do that for you guys next week as well. But for now, just know that like this one is super opaque, that one's opaque, that one's opaque, and the rest perform like lip balm. So overall, I'm really impressed by this palette for the quality and the price that it is. Like, I'm really excited to have this in my collection. I think the packaging is adorable. I love the fact that you get a mirror on both sides. I love the fact that instead of making this like wide palette where you would have everything side by side, they made it really compact and really easy to fit in your collection or to travel with. It feels very sturdy. Like, even though this is cardboard, it feels really sturdy. This closes really well. I'm not too worried about the stuff falling out. They did kind of come with those clear sleeves that you could leave in there in case you were worried about stuff getting dirty, but overall, I'm impressed by these and really enjoying this palette, and I think it's a really great product, and I'm super excited to have it in my collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and swatches of the new Shannon Harris collaboration with BH Cosmetics. And if you guys did, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to all my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!